Good morning, everybody. Got your coffee? I've got mine. So let's do morning coffee on the road today. The first most important thing that I need to do, I will be fine. I need to say thank yous. That's what I need to do. I need to say thank you so much to Vincent. Vincent, thank you so much for buying me a cup of coffee. I appreciate you, brother. And then I need to say thank you to Garrett. Garrett, thank you for thinking of me while I'm on the road. I can't even believe that you did that. You, along with Gwendolyn, you both of you ladies thought about me, and I appreciate you so much. And I'm going to especially set that money aside. I know you wanted me to use it while I'm on the road, but we saved up for a long, long time to come to Detroit. So we have all the funds that we need here. I'm going to set that money aside for the Library Pantry. My house sitter is having a little bit of trouble with the Library Pantry. I guess there was some miscommunication and they didn't realize that they were going to have to not fill it up not only every day, but several times a day. Because he said it was completely empty. Well, not completely empty, but practically empty. And I was like, well, you have to fill it up several times a day. He's like, you do this all day? Not all day, but sometimes 3 or 4 times a day is necessary, because we're about serving the people. But anyway, he really liked the concept, and and it didn't surprise him that I was doing something like that because I've done something similar. So enough of that. Anyway, listen. It is so good to be home in Detroit and to see all of the changes in downtown Detroit. I am really enjoying downtown Detroit. I gotta say, I am so proud of my hometown city. I saw the queue line, and it's just so different than when I left. I'm just so proud of Detroit. And tomorrow we're going to take the whole day just to enjoy the city. So these first few days with family and friends, and and we're getting all involved with that, and staying a little longer than planned, and those kinds of things. You know how it go. But that's why we came here. So listen, yesterday we went to Canada. We went over to Windsor, and I got some of that footage, but it looks like my husband recorded it on his phone. So it looks like I'm going to have to take a recording of a recording because for some reason he can't get it over to my phone. And I don't know, it's saying that it should be a shorter video. He can't impose it, over onto mine. But if I have to take a video of a video, I'm going to make sure that y'all see when we went through that, tunnel, because we got detained. Yes, babies. Now me, I have a very, 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 very strong sense of smell. And either if it wasn't the people who rented the car before us, it was the people before them. Someone smoked marijuana in that car. And it's not a big deal, honey. I have smoked plenty in my day. But I can smell it. My husband says he can't smell it at all. I said I can smell it, and it's really strong to me. And every time I get in the car, I can smell it. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't smell it. Well, anyway, when we got detained yesterday over in Canada, I thought that that's what it was because they picked up on that marijuana smell. But anyway, no, it turns out she was just being a bitch. She was just being extra. And then, so what they did was when we went there, she asked a bunch of questions. And she kept asking us the same questions over and over again. And I'm like, and then she tried to ask us in different ways the same question. But I'm consistent. I'm not lying to her. So she was going to get the same answers. And she didn't like the fact that she was getting the same answers and that I was literally like she had no reason to pull us over, but she did it anyway. So anyway, she made us go over into this parking, like this underground parking area. And then they came out, they didn't search the vehicle, but the people before us, they got their whole vehicle flipped, searched and everything. But we did have to go inside of their immigration, their little border patrol thing. Then we had to sit and wait while they ran background checks on us. And I don't know what they thought they were going to find. We have clean records. So we just sat there and we just waited while they did that. Then when he took our IDs. So I don't think she was really truthful about the reason why she wanted us to be detained. Because listen, then the guy goes, next time you come to Canada, just make sure that you either have a birth certificate or a passport. And we both got our passports like, sir. And he's like, oh. And he was really surprised by that. So she was totally just being a bitch. You don't always want to say it's racism, but you know what I'm saying? It's when you're conscious and you're aware, you know what I'm saying? And I remember when she detained me, I remember having that thought. I was like, I really hope that this is about this is just random and this isn't about race. But she clearly told them that we didn't have proper documentation when we did. She took our passports. She looked at them, and we didn't even get our passports stamped. So, oh boy. Anyway, listen. Just coming back, it's just really been fun. It really has. We had a good time in Windsor aside from that. But then when we were coming back, we came back through the Ambassador Bridge, and it was a brother this time. And he was so nice and so pleasant. I could have talked to him forever. And he was like, so y'all are from the South? And I was like, no. We were like, we're Northerners from the South. And then we explained to him, and then we talked a little bit about the Lions. We kicked it. It was nobody behind us, so we just kicked it with him for a minute. We wasn't in any hurry, and he wasn't in any hurry for us to leave. So that was pleasant coming back. And that bridge going over the water, I have a problem with heights. And so I literally did that just for you all. You're welcome. So as soon as I can get that footage all together, flying in was great. Total, we had a layover, like a 90-minute layover, but total flight time was only about 3 hours. We flew from Colombia to LaGuardia. And let me tell you, baby, if you want to, Colombia is just the basic airport, but CAE. But LaGuardia, baby, you talking about a layover. If you've got a layover, LaGuardia is where you want to be. You can shop, you can eat, we went to Junior's Cheesecake, and we had cheesecake, we had those little ones, and that was good. That's like the only New York style cheesecake that I really like, because I'm a Philly girl. I like a Philly cheesecake. New York cheesecake tend to be so dry and hard. So I just don't like it. But the Junior's New York style, I can have that because those are all superior ingredients and they don't make my stomach all, So I like them. And let's see. But LaGuardia, it was a really big international airport. Really nice. Restaurants, bars, shopping, so many places to see where you can see the airplanes coming and going. You can see New York. It's the skyline was beautiful. And then flying into Detroit, all the stars out in the sky. The skies were so clear. And then you could see the Ambassador Bridge. We passed that into Detroit. It was really nice. And let's see. What else do I want to say to you all? Y'all know what I want to say. I want to talk about it a little bit more. Today is the King's protest, the No King's protest. Black people, you know the assignment, right? You know the assignment, right? Stay home. I love you, black people. Stay home. Stay home. Let the 92% of black women did the right thing. Let that 8% hit the streets if they got issues. And we know that they do. And we know that 80% of black men did the right thing. Let those 20% of black men, if they got issues, hit the streets. Not to mention, let who needs to join them, all the people who did not vote. All the people who voted third party. And all the people who voted for Donald Trump. That's who need to be out in the streets protesting this administration and trying to fix what they fucked up. Stay home, stay safe. Advise your kids to stay home and stay safe. Okay, y'all, I'm about to go head down and grab me some breakfast. Y'all have a good day. And remember, don't be anybody's problem today, okay? All right, have a righteous day. And as always, if you would like to support the Library Pantry, this platform, or just buy me a cup of coffee while I'm out here on the road, I'd appreciate it. I'll leave my Cash App and Venmo down in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later, and I have some Detroit footage for my members tomorrow. Take care, y'all.